Assalamu alaikum, I'm 𝗥𝗯𝘂𝗀𝘂𝗁𝘂𝗃𝗁𝘂𝗀𝗂 and I'm here with you all today again with an exciting episode of Robust Design Studio, where we will be discussing about interior design specification, design concepts and design consideration whenever we are doing any architectural or interior projects, and we'll let you know about our in-house design strategies whenever we take on board any design project. So stay tuned, and I really hope that you will enjoy our today's session and it will be very informative for you all. Let's talk about traditional design, but this time with a blend of modern design concept. Actually, the thing is, in the realm of residential design, we find it very convincing for ourselves when we associate ourselves with some design that has been there in our minds and in our sight for some time, that we can associate with, that's there in the history, that's been there in the practice and all. But what if we dare to go beyond boundaries? If we touch the uncharted reality of concept, only then I guess we'll be able to produce something that's new, that's something that can be called as an innovative design, or something that can be called as a inspirational form that can serve a concept for the newer generation and for the newer projects. Here are some images of classic conventional interiors with warm colors and traditional furniture. You can see multiple examples that holds either traditional furniture or warm colors or classic conventional interiors that we are witnessing for some time and that has been there in our mindsets through generations. However, if we move further, there are some striking conceptual designs with bold lines and innovative architecture. A conceptual residential space with avant-garde furniture and unique layouts. We can clearly see the difference, and we can clearly see if we try to amalgam all these concepts, we can come up with a newer thing and a newer design concept. Conceptual design challenges the conventional design. While designing things, I guess there are two things. One we can call is tradition, and the other thing we can call is concept. What tradition is, I guess tradition is something that associates itself to the past, that's there in the history, that we can see the precedents in the past, we can see it in the practice of our older generations and stuff like that. And when we talk about concept is a very sacred thing. I guess concept is something that is associated more to future, although it has some roots with the past as well. But concept is something that is futuristic. We learn from the past, we set examples in the present, and while we are setting examples in the present, when we keep it in mind that it has to be futuristic, that's the part where concepts come in. So conceptual design and traditional design, when blended together, comes up with a new thing, where we are learning from history, where we are learning from our practices, and then we are blending it with the conceptual design, the wild imagination of our minds, and then we are producing something. It's a conceptual come traditional design, which is innovative and which is futuristic. In these images, you can see a traditional living room filled with antique decor and traditional design elements, which have been there in our sight, in our minds for some time, and we are looking at them in all the places we often visit, like residential or commercial or corporate buildings. जो हमें इंटीरियर नज़र आ रहा होता है वो इन्हीं एलिमेंट्स पे नज़र आ रहा होता है. इंटीरियर एलिमेंट्स जो नज़र आ रहे होते हैं वो ट्रेडिशनल और हमारे एंटीक डिकोर की आइटम्स ही हमें नज़र आ रही होती हैं when we talk about classical interiors. But when you further look at the conceptual living room, these spaces are characterized by minimalism and cutting-edge technology, which gives a striking impact to the viewer and obviously gives a sight of pleasure and curiosity at the same time, which invites a sense of harmony, a sense of peace, and a sense of creativity while we are witnessing these spaces or these images in real life. Okay, now let's talk about kitchens. Kitchens, in my opinion, are very vital areas and focal spaces in any house. In traditional kitchens, we see time-honored recipes passing down through newer generations. And in traditional kitchens, in non-traditional kitchens and unconventional kitchens, we see culinary artistry meeting unexpected wonders. But these are both extremes, what I'm talking about. In our culture, we cannot opt kitchens that are very much open, don't have a room for smoke to go out, and mostly they are focusing on baking. We cannot go for such kitchens. Neither in current times we can go for kitchens that are in very confined spaces with low ventilation or with low natural lighting. What if we go for kitchens that are very well lit, well open and well ventilated. Alongside, they are open as well and gets to be a part of the house. Alright, now we are seeing some images of traditional versus conceptual kitchens, highlighting classes versus sleek modern designs. In conceptual kitchens, we see state-of-the-art appliances and futuristic designs. However, in traditional kitchens, we are seeing storage spaces, cabinetries and all, but they don't have that spark or that blink that gets the attention of today's generation. Now let's jump towards some bedrooms. A bedroom is a place that's very desired and very personal, and we want it to be designed with some thought in it. Tradition whispers serenity with cozy nooks and restful spaces. We see tranquil traditional bedrooms with muted colors and ornate furniture, whereas concept roars innovation, turning bedrooms into dreamscapes. We are looking at some conceptual bedrooms with bold colors, unconventional furniture and smart features. Who would not want to bring nature in their house? I'm talking about gardens. Who would not want to have gardens or lawns in their house? I guess everyone would like to have these spaces in their houses, either inside or outside, wherever there is the option. We will see how, in our opinion and in our minds, we take these spaces very sacred in our conceptual design and in our practice, and how we come to conclude the design which is appreciated by the client, loved by the client and owned by the client. And obviously we are courageous enough to put it up as our portfolios as well, and we are showing it to other people like a product of our own. A traditional garden bloomed with the wisdom of nature. We are looking at some pictures of traditional garden with classic landscaping that has been in practice of many designers since past few years. Whereas a conceptual garden is a living canvas where art and culture unite. We are looking now at some conceptual garden pictures with unique sculptures, interactive element, natural and artificial lighting, fusion of multiple plants and XYZ. In the world of residential design, traditional and concept coexist. And yes, that's our philosophy of designing any space. Contact us today and embark on your journey, whether it's the embrace of traditional or the allure of conceptual design. Your home, your design and your story. Thank you. See you soon. Allah Hafiz.